Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
So, topic of the video today that we have thought about for a long time, well actually, like Luba just told me she wants to do a video about this about 1.5 minutes ago, and it's if guys think that dating a woman from another country, such as Ukraine, is easier than dating a woman from the Western world, right? Because some men think it's going to be easier, and then some men think that there's a whole lot of challenges that I need to overcome that I would not have to overcome if I was dating a woman from my own city or from my own state or even from my own country. So Luba came up with this topic, and I'm just doing the intro, and now she's going to tell you the rest of it, and I'm going to react to what it is that she's going to say.
No, you know, for me it's like, I don't know what is easy, like what is easy or difficult. For different people it's different, significant, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, for somebody learning Spanish is super easy, for somebody it's like it's a torture, or Russian or any other, or Ukrainian, any other language. So people have different skills, different knowledge, different experience. But one thing that I'm confident about is that like doing something new, it's like a game, right? It's like a board game that we're getting and we sit with our friends and we want to play it. But if we don't know the rules, like we can't do it. Like there is no way that we can pass this game. So if you know the terms of the game, if you know the rules, if you know what challenges are they, like that would be easier for you. Like not easy, but easier. And the reason that we decided to do this video is that one day we had a call with a guy, and the guy was incredible, like very funny, very charismatic, very friendly, very nice. He following our channel and very successful. And I, to be honest, had a feeling that I want to ask him a question. Why does he think that he need a matchmaker? Honestly, he was very knowledgeable about Ukrainian culture. He read some books, he learned some language. So he was all prepared. It was like, I was almost like confident that he either have a relationship with a Ukrainian lady before, maybe he was married to Ukrainian. He said no. He said that he wanted, and he is getting ready to do that. Then I said, but why do you need it? I asked him this question, even though maybe it's silly. The person is calling me to become our client, and I'm saying, why do you need us? And he said, you know, I'm a hunter. I said, well, good. And he said, I don't remember where he was from, like which state, but he said, I'm very, very well aware of this forests around my state. I know all about that. I grew up here. I know all about that. And I go hunting there myself. I said, okay. He said, but you know, I'm planning to go in some forest in Africa. And it's very interesting, but it's very challenging. And you know what? Like, I'm a wonderful hunter, but I would like to hire a guide there to go with me. And I was like, you know, that's cool. It's so smart, and it like for me it was surprising that he answered that way. And what he means by that is that, you know, maybe if he's decided to date in the United States, he can easily do it himself. But if he wants to go to a different culture, different mentality, different everything, he wants a guide. And this guide is us. It's a matchmaker. So there's no answer to the question, you know, is it easy or difficult to date a Ukrainian lady or any lady in the world, right? Like there's no actually thing like that, easy or difficult. It's just something that you need to know. It's something that you need to learn. You need to be ready for, because there are going to be a lot of mentality difference. But does it worth it?
Well, okay.
I think so.
Can I just say something here, please? Can I interject? So how easy, or because the topic of the video was like, is it easy or is it not easy, right? And what determines whether or not something is easy is how much you know about that particular subject, right? And if you don't know anything about I don't know, coding in a particular language, it's very difficult, right? But if you do know about it, it's kind of a walk in the park, and you can teach other people about it, and it's not an issue at all. And you'll always be able to achieve the objective that you want to achieve when you start your project, when it is coding, right? I think it is the same with dating, right? Whether it's in the West or whether it's in another country. Dating, say, in Philippines, I'm positive it is different from dating in Eastern Europe. And I'm positive 100% that dating in Eastern Europe or in Ukraine is different from the West, and I know this for sure because of my own experience, right? So it comes down to what you know. It's not about saying is one more difficult than the other. It's just what you know or what you have learned, right? Like anything in life. Have you taken the time to understand it, right? If you take the information that you know from one country and take it to another country and it doesn't work, do you think to yourself that, do you think there's something wrong with these women here because they don't appreciate, or they weren't reciprocal to what it was that I was presenting to them? Or do you stand back and say, you know what, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, which is the second part to, I guess, my thoughts on this conversation is self-awareness. If you don't get the results that you want when you go to another country, using what you believe that it is that you know, can you step back and go, okay, I need to understand a little bit more about this because in my country it works well. In this country it doesn't work well, right? And like I can think of so many examples of this. It's almost ridiculous.
On my opinion is that how do we help like the person to understand is that like you're right saying that the person needs to know the difference, right? And it's very like if you're not ready to accepting or changing or I mean basically accepting and like do the compromise with the lady from a different culture, you probably won't get successful because you will try to change your and like you will try to contradict with your interest. Guys, sorry to interrupt. I just want to invite you all to our Telegram closed community. The link in the description below. Why should you subscribe? Is because we're going to announce there soon invite-only events that we're going to hold there. You can message me or Striker or both of us directly and ask questions. It's the fastest way to reach out to us. You can get support from other members of the group who are our clients, potential clients who are already done it and successful clients. And also you can get to know our recent updates and news from the Heart Rocket and a little bit of a backstage videos. So I will be waiting for you there. But the thing is that the reason that you want to have a Ukrainian lady is because like you were attracted to these traits, right? It's like, well, like a little example is that, you know, Ukrainian ladies always go to manicure, like once a month or twice a month, 2 times a month, she needs to do it. And the guy is thinking like, why would she like spend money on that? But I know that all the guys that are coming to see Ukrainian ladies, they always pay attention to their nails. Like, and the Ukrainian lady always have like a little print there. Like, I always get like something. Like, there was no single guy, Western guy, who would never like comment my nails. Always like, oh, you have an interesting print. Oh, you have an interesting color. Oh, it's like always like it's just my hands. But you know, people pay attention at hands, and you were attracted to that. So why do you think that she should stop it? You know, like, if she was doing that and this is something that you liked about her, or dyeing your hair, or like different like stuff like wearing the slippers at home, or changing your jeans and not like you was driving all day and then laying down on the bed. There's many different, like maybe I'm saying that and it doesn't make sense for you now, but it's a little like little mentality difference that Ukrainian lady is bringing to you that in some point of time may get a little bit annoying for you, because you will think like it's too much, like I can't do all that, like I don't want to change all that, I don't want to like, I don't know, stop using so much of air conditioner or something like that. But this is something you need to remember, that you came to a different culture because you
couldn't find what you wanted in your own.
And you know that you cherish the values that this lady have. So don't try to change her in a matter of like, don't try to make her more westernized, because we have a video about that, and like our Ukrainian ladies who moved to the United States will become westernized. If you're not gonna increase that, if you're gonna invite her to the nice restaurant rather than going to the fast food only, right? Of course she will dress up nice. Like if you go only to the fast food next door, of course she will, with the time she will just start wearing this, you know, something that she was wearing at home, and she will become westernized. Or if you just, you know, like many different things. If you never have a date night, if you never do something, if you never bring your flowers, if you don't give her compliments, of course she will, like this flower who was blooming, she will like start to go down.
Right? You know, yeah, it's the problem with today's society, right? Is like this is not a problem, but number one, we can see what's happening out there in the world. We can see, you know, how many men are miserable and sad. We can see how many women, you know, are unreasonable. We can see all of this stuff, right? That's the problem with like things like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all that sort of stuff, right? But it doesn't change the fundamental reason why you would be in a relationship. All it does for most of the time is give you an excuse of why shit went wrong, right? And we see this a lot, right? And it's if things weren't right for you in the West, right, in your relationship, maybe you had relationships and you ended up getting divorced or just a separation or whatever. Think about this, right? You then made a decision to go, I don't want to be part of this society, this dating market, the culture that is here when it comes to relationships. I'm going somewhere else. The moment that you think to yourself, right, I'm stepping over the border, I'm going to another place, you have to think to yourself, I don't actually know what's over there. Because it would be, I would say it would be arrogant to think that I can leave my culture, which didn't go well for me, whether you had many relationships or no relationships, and go into another culture and expect to know what you're doing, right? The person that's in that culture is the woman that you're going to date or that you're going to meet. She understands it. So you have to adapt to that for now, right? Later on, there's some things that you can change, right? But you have to understand that you're going somewhere else. You have to understand that if you cannot understand it on a profound level, you will fail, for sure. And like one thing that, like Lou and I, we talk about this all of the time when we talk about the perfect example of clients, right? And we have some perfect example of clients, and they are just absolutely incredible. They're all in relationships, or they're all
building relationship right now,
or they're married, or there's an actual real relationship. Is clients that kind of didn't, well, not kind of didn't, but they were confused when they came to us. We said, listen to us, we will help you all the way. 2 of those clients actually paid an extra $2,000 for extra training and having what we call mock dates to get used to talking to a Ukrainian woman. And both of them are in relationships. Both of them were socially not the most charismatic, we should say, right?
They were introverts, basically.
They were introverted guys, both in IT, but
very experienced.
But both incredibly cool people, right?
Yeah.
Very like good hearts, good intentions, but they just didn't know how to portray themselves out into the world, so we helped them with it.
And they were very keen to say that, you know,
that they suck. They were like, I suck. I don't know what to do.
Like one of them is actually asked, like he was the one who asked us for the first time. He said, like, I would like you to coach me. Like, I've been watching your videos. I know that you know what you're doing. I know that you know what you're talking about. Tell me. And like, and the interesting part about him is that he came for the first, like we did everything with him that we can and what we thought, you know, and he went on the first trip, he met a lady and it didn't work out. And we knew exactly why it didn't work out. Like we collected the feedback. After he get back, he never got angry, say like, oh, you know, F word to this Ukrainian ladies. Oh, she was like this. No, he said, I want to know what I did wrong. Like, and maybe she did something wrong as well. We never advocate only guys or just girls. We always tell you how it is. Like, and you know, sometimes I can tell, you know, I disagree with her, but it is what it is. Or maybe like the ladies just like everything was great. Like the guy did a great job, but she was not physically attracted to him. Nothing we can do about it. This is like, you may be not attracted to her or she may not be attracted to her. But anyway, with this guy, we sit and spoke for 2 hours. And we figure it out, and you say, Luba, like, and Striker, I know exactly what I did wrong now. Like, and I will not repeat it. I didn't know it's a thing. You know, I didn't know that it is a thing. And I knew that he is not doing it because of bad intentions or because he's cheap or because he's like
just
not nice.
Know.
He didn't know. That's it. And so how good is that we spoke, and now he's in an incredible relationship. You know, he's now like everything is absolutely different, and also communication, you know, with us. You know, on the first trip he just came and he was quiet, and so I have to dig the information from you. Tell me how it is, message me, how is everything, send me photo, we want to see you together. No, now we like, I message, yes, maybe now he's in a good relationship, strong with her, but I still message and I say, how is everything? Like, is there anything? I message him and I message her because I understand that sometimes still, even in a built relationship, there can be misunderstanding and like like disagreement, little one, you know? And
yeah, but also I just want to add here is that one of these guys that we're talking about, like he has plenty of money. And he probably has more money than probably most people that you would ever meet in your entire life. And one of the reasons that he wanted to get away from where he lived was because he was known, or his family was known for being like quite wealthy in that area, right? So anybody out there that's thinking, well, as long as you've got a lot of money, you can get whatever you want. He was trying to get away from that, right? Most people that say women are gold diggers and that's why I don't want anything to do with women, it's because you do not have enough money to make the right decisions, right? So don't worry about that. Like if you've got like $1 million, $1 million is not a lot of money, right? If you have so much wealth, so much money, that this guy here was being recognized, even though he wasn't, like he needed our advice to help him on dates, just because he had money, surely he should have been able to go, hey, look who I am, in his own town, right, and get the hottest woman in his own town or city or whatever it is. He should have been able to do that, right? But he didn't want that, right? He didn't want that. He rejected that that idea. So he had the opportunity to accept it or reject it. He rejected it, and he went over to another country. He failed the first time, but the second time, so far, it's all going well.
And also, like if you ask him, like going back to the topic of this video, if you ask any of our successful clients, even like the guys who are married now, is it easy? They would say no. But if you ask them, does it worth it? They would say yes.
Yeah.
So that is the topic of today's video, and we just wanted to discuss it a little bit with you. Put your thoughts down below, and I mean, if you want to know what we're doing, just follow our channel, go to Telegram. There you can ask questions, and you also can check our feedbacks on the Trustpilot. Our clients are leaving the reviews there, and you can get to like their experience through the feedbacks as well. See you in the next one.
We'll see you later.